Okay, here we go. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to learn is how to hold the sticks using matched grip. And this is the grip we recommend for beginners and what we'll use throughout the book. So here's what we're going to do. Take a drumstick, grab it 5 to 6 inches from the butt between the flat part of your thumb and the first joint of your index finger. Just like that. That's called a fulcrum. And keep these other 3 fingers together and then lightly curl those 3 fingers around the stick just like that. And it's kind of like you hold a toothbrush. If you just think about how you pick your toothbrush up in the morning, that's basically the way you're going to hold a drumstick. And then you're going to do the same thing with your left hand between here and here, just like that. Curl those 3 fingers around, and there's your basic matched grip. Very simple. Now some of you kids are thinking, but I see those drum corps guys and they all play traditional grip and that's really cool. I want to learn to do that. And you need to know the reason for traditional grip is way, way, way back when guys always wore their drum on a sling. It had a real sharp angle in it like this, and they didn't want to play like this, so they came up with what they call traditional grip. Now, if you're gung-ho, you want to learn to play traditional grip, I'm going to show you how to do that right quick. Hold your left hand out like you're going to shake hands with someone, and then take the stick and lay it in the web of your hand. This is called the web of your hand right here. Okay, and then curl your ring finger and pinky finger under the stick and let it rest between the first and second joint of your ring finger. Then you take these other 2 fingers, index finger and middle finger, and just curl them real lightly around the stick and let your thumb rest on your index finger. And there's your basic traditional grip with your left hand. If you play using traditional grip, you might want to tilt the drum a little bit from right to left to make that work out best. Okay, you know how to hold the sticks, so let's go over the proper playing position. And to determine the right height for your drum, you're going to do this. Take your right hand, put all your fingers together like this. Then take your thumb, stick it in your belly button, and hold your palm flat against your belly and step up to your drum, and the top of your drum should be pretty much against the bottom of your fingers there. And that's how you figure out how high your drum should be. Okay? And it should be parallel to the floor or tilted away from you just a little bit. Okay? Now you're thinking, okay, how far away do I stand from it? Do I stand back here? Do I stand real close? What you're going to want to do is think about, and I'll turn sideways, let your elbows be real relaxed, just like you're getting fitted for a suit, as they say. You know, relaxed at your side, and then pull up to your drum with your matched grip, and put the beads of the sticks right in the center of the drum. And that is your proper playing position. You don't want your elbows back like this. You don't want to be reaching for the drum, just comfortably at your side. And that's how far away you're going to stand from the drum. So here we are, matched grip, proper playing position. And you want the sticks to be at about a 90-degree angle to each other, or maybe a little less than that. So now we'll move on and we'll hit the drum. And we're going to learn how to play a full stroke, or some people call it a rebound stroke. So to play a full stroke, what I'm going to have you do is think about knocking on a door. And you're knocking on that door, and then you come down, make that same wrist motion, and knock on the drum head. Then put the stick in your hand and use that same wrist motion. And always let the stick rebound off the drum head all the way. You don't want to jab into the drum or anything like that. And you don't want your arm moving up and down like this either. You may even want to hold your arm with your other hand when you're learning to do this, okay? Nice full stroke. Then you're going to do the same thing with your left hand. Knock on the door, knock on the drum head, put the stick in your hand, up and down. Always letting it rebound, and stay relaxed. You don't want to start squeezing on the sticks. Make sure you stay very nice and relaxed when you play these full strokes, both hands. Now, the kids that said, nah, I'm going to play traditional, I really dug that, show me how to do that. To play a full stroke with traditional grip, what you're going to do is think about turning a doorknob. So you grab that doorknob and you turn your wrist. Your arm will turn just a little bit with your wrist. You don't want a whole lot of arm motion, okay? And then put the stick in your hand and make that same motion with your wrist, just a turning motion. Make sure the stick stays straight up and down. When you first start doing this, you may feel some tension in your left arm. That might come if you're trying to pick the stick up real high. So just pick it up 8 or 10 inches when you start. Nice, comfortable motion. Play lots of strokes to get comfortable, always rebounding, always staying relaxed. Now that we've learned those strokes, we're going to talk about something at the top of page 10 called grooves for thought. And our first groove for thought is this. A drummer's number one job is to be a good timekeeper. And basically what that means is if you're playing in a concert band, an orchestra, a rock and roll band, a drum line, whatever, your job is to keep good time, just like a metronome would. All of the other people in the band are saying, you know, I'm going to listen to the guy playing snare drum, that's where the time is, and it's your job to develop into being a good timekeeper. To do that, always practice with a metronome or a record or something that's a real good consistent source of time. We give you tracks with the book to practice along with. So right now, as a beginning drummer, you need to get it in your head. My number one job is to be a good timekeeper. Okay, so now we have everything in place. We're playing nice, smooth, full strokes with both hands. And I'm going to play the exercise on page 10. It's 12 lines, and I'm going to play all 12 lines straight down without stopping, just like one big exercise, and I'm going to play it with a metronome. Very important, you always practice with a metronome. Consistent source of time like a groove track or a rock and roll record or something. So here we go. I'm going to play all 12 lines on page 10 straight down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go, lots of full strokes. Now there's one more thing in lesson 1 on page 11 we call music theory tidbits, and you need to know all of this stuff in the music theory tidbits before you go in the book. It's stuff like measures and bar lines, quarter notes, quarter rest, all kinds of things that you need to have a clear understanding of before you go on in the book. So study those music theory tidbits really hard and then go on to lesson 2.